How's it going? Pilot Project here. So we're here in the cockpit, and I am not an instructor. I don't really know what I'm doing, but today we're going to be showing our top 3, 5, or 10 things that we were taking away from today's flight. So we're doing some takeoffs, landings, traffic pattern stuff. So I'm just going to point out some stuff that I learned from these flights. So let's get taxiing, get through this checklist, and we'll see you in the air. Check for the nav lights. So my checklist, I've got parking brake set, control wheel clear, mags off, avionics off, trim, takeoff, prop clear, master on. So the issue we just ran into is we've got master on, fuel gauge is true, flaps extend, nav lights and beacon on, stall indicator test, and then master off, fuel selector, check each. And that's the end of the checklist. So when I go to turn the fuel gauge, or when I go to turn the master off, I still have the nav lights on. So I came out here to check and see if the nav lights were still on, but the master's off, so they're not going to be on. So I need to add nav lights off before master off, which I can't tell if the nav lights are on from inside the cabin anyways.
When you do the exterior, you normally turn the master on
and then walk around.
And then you walk around it.
Oh, leave the master on while you're doing the whole walk around.
Yeah, part of your exterior pre-flight should be master on and check your lights. If you're by yourself, including a landing light, if you're going to fly at night and stuff like that. So you might alter that to so that you can, by yourself, you can do a complete walk around and then hop back in and turn your master back off again.
All right, just going through the whole cabin pre-flight inspection. Master on, fuel gauge is true, flaps extend, nav lights, beacon on, landing light on. Now while the master's still on, I guess we'll go around and see we got the rotating beacon on the tail.
Okay.
Nav lights are on the wings here. These are called the nav lights, right?
Yep.
Okay. Landing lights on. Left wing is good. All right, looks perfect. So then I'll go ahead and jump back in, turn the master off, turn the lights off, turn the master off.
Yep.
And then do the rest of the walk around.
Yep.
Wind 270 at 4, visibility.
There you go, 270 at 4.
7,000.
That means 4 miles per hour of wind at 270. Out of the west at 4 miles an hour.
2.19er. Altimeter 2986. Remark.
2986 for altimeter.
2,800.
Alright, good. Flaps set, pre-taxi checklist, flaps set. Avionics on set. This is all avionics right here.
It's all avionics.
And all on. Transponder code ALT.
Yep, it's on 1200 is the code, and you want to move this to ALT.
Alright, are we on ALT right now? Where's our little marker at?
No, you got to turn it to the right. Up to the right.
This way.
Yep. There you go, now it's on ALT.
Oh, now it's on.
Oh, now
there we go. Alright, yeah, I see it now.
Now it's on ALT.
Okay. Fuel selector is on the left tank, full of stank. So I think we're good.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, now you put your checklist away, and you're going to stay heads up while you're taxiing.
Yep.
Because you don't need to be reading or looking around.
Okay. Parking brake is here.
All right, so here I am taxiing the airplane, making sure to keep my eyes outside the window. This is something I've been working on and trying to get better at, is taxiing slow and extremely careful, keeping my eyes outside the airplane. In the video, you're going to see checklist edits. See how many of those you can find in the video. We made a bunch of checklist edits in flight. Radio communications, I've been a little bit too timid and scared to talk on the radio, so I'm getting better at that. And then another thing we've been working on is flows and checklists and making sure I've got those flows down.
Grumman traffic, November 8264, November Taking off runway 14 Griffin. Clear right.
Clear right. 264 November, departing 14 Griffin.
64 November, what's your guys' encore setting?
Say again?
What's your encore setting? We're about to be inbound on the RNAV 32.
We'll be departing the pattern to the north.
Okay, maintaining the MMS.
Diesel 1006 Victor, turn to base for 23. Diesel.
Now while you're climbing, you can turn your boost pump on, off. Now be ready to turn it back on. If you turn your boost pump off and your engine quit, then just turn it right back on again.
Gotcha.
Alright, now how about your after takeoff checklist?
Alright. Level off right here. Alright. After takeoff checklist, fuel pump off, flaps are up, throttle full open.
Throttle full open.
Yeah, I guess that's, that shouldn't be there. That stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that cleared up.
Okay, and then cruise fuel pressures checked, look good. Oil pressure is good. Mixture adjust.
Alright, I already did that for you.
Okay.
And someplace on there it should say landing light off. Is it on there?
Negative.
Alright. Once you make a note, it adds landing light off and then cross off the one that we don't need on there.
Okay. Throttle full open, take that off.
Yeah, you can just let go of the wheel if you want to. Just fly with your feet. Just let go. It's fine.
Runway 30.
There you go.
DFS. So this is like a takeoff. Okay. This is like a pressure.
Oh, okay. I see. If it's purple trimmed, it's not going to go anywhere.
Did you trim it?
You did.
That's pretty good. Okay, take that throttle full open off. And we will add...
Landing light off. You got to add landing light off.
Landing light off.
Echo.
Okay, so that was two people at Thomaston.
What's that?
That was two different aircrafts at Thomaston that I just heard, right?
Yep, and we're going to pretend like we didn't hear those for video purposes.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn the camera on, and then I want you to make an announcement that you're 5 to the east and you can do a practice ILS. And when you make your announcement, nobody's going to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then right after that, you're going to say, hey, is there anybody else flying at Thomaston? And then they will answer you. Okay?
What do you want me to say after that?
Just tell them where you're at and let them know that you're going to do a practice ILS on 30.
Alrighty.
That's that green thing. We're going to go out there and fly that green thing in, so that's called an ILS. We're going to do a practice one just to see if this gizmo's working. I think it is.
Okay, so there's Thomaston. We're to the east here?
Yep, you're out to the east.
And then we're going to be coming in?
Yep, you're going to be on a practice ILS for 30. You just make an announcement. You'll say Thompson traffic, then your end number.
Thompson traffic, November 8264 November. Currently 5 miles to the east of the airport, coming in for an ILS approach at 308264 November.
Alright, good. Now just keep on flying out this way for a second. And notice, it's a nice night, and you made an announcement.
Thomaston traffic, looking for 547 Alpha Echo. We're about 7 miles to the northwest of the field. Southbound 1,900 feet. We'll be landing the hospital on the southwest side of the field.
Alright, so that's a helicopter. He made his announcement. Now, just for fun, we're going to say, Thompson traffic, is there anybody else flying in Thompson? And just see if that stirs up anybody else.
Okay. Right now?
Yep.
Alright. So, in number first?
Yep. Or you can just say, Thomaston traffic. Anybody else flying in Thomaston? You don't even need an N number for that.
Traffic, Block Lima, turning short final for 32, Madison.
Thomaston traffic. Anybody else flying in Thomaston?
You just got the one helicopter heading southbound on the west end of the field. That's it, but I know it.
Say thank you.
All right, copy that. Thank you.
All right, now let's turn in, make a gentle right sweeping turn to the right, and we're going to fly that green arrow all the way in and check our ILS here.
And he said he was 5 miles to the north.
He's northwest, but he's going to be west of the field, and he's a helicopter down low, so he won't be a factor for us.
Okay. I need to get better at putting those directions together in my head.
Yeah, and you will. Now your objective is to put the airplane right in the middle of this green thing right here. Now see how this needle is telling you to go to the left a little bit? Right here.
Right.
That tells you to go to the left a little bit. Alright, so you're on final. You're a DMMS airplane now, and I'm hoping that this flag clears here is what I'm wanting it to do.
Do we need to make an announcement that we're a 5 mile final?
Yep, make an announcement you're a 5 mile final, touch and go.
And what, runway 30?
30, yep.
Thomaston traffic, 8264 November on a 5 mile final into runway 30, touch and go, Thomaston traffic.
Alright, now you can do your before landing checklist.
Before landing flow.
Flow, yep. There you go.
Okay, so throttle back to, what are you throttling back to exactly?
You can throttle back to 1800.
1800 sounds good. Okay, carb heat.
No, wrong, do carburet. Mixture rich.
Mixture rich.
Fuel pump on.
Fuel pump on.
Landing light on.
Landing light is on.
There you go. And if you had landing gear, this is where you would check your gear.
Okay.
Alright. Good. Now you can add a notch of flaps.
Notch of flaps.
There you go. Now you want to slow up to at least DMMS, and then once you get a little bit closer in, we're going to slow up to VREF.
Yep.
Alright, so let's go to the next notch of flaps. Don't dive the airplane while you're doing that. There you go. Put your hand on the throttle. There you go. Let's go one more notch of flaps. Now add some power. Whenever you move the flaps, you're jamming the nose down, so don't do that. Alright, now you're going low. Add some power.
Okay, are we at VREF now?
No, you're above VREF, so you want to slow up a little bit. Add some power.
Add some power.
There you go. Put your hand on the throttle. Just leave it there. See your red over red, so you got to fix that.
Okay.
Don't be satisfied to fly in here red over red. Add some power and do something about it.
Okay.
There's red over white. See there?
Yep.
All right, now could be VREF to VREF plus a little bit.
Got 964 off the uniform, left crosswind, runway 30, landing left closed, Thompson.
Good?
Yep.
Now you're a VREF airplane, you're red over white, keep the nose down, just keep it right on speed, just adjust your power. Final gear check is good, nose down, you're starting to go tiny bit high, nose down, there you go. Stay right on that speed right there. Now you're a little bit red over red, so just fix it a little bit. There you go. Add some power, add some power, add some power. There you go. Now fly it right on in, just like that. A little bit of right rudder. You're right on VREF. All right, close the throttle.
Thomaston traffic, Skyhawk 964 off
Hold it right there.
left downwind, runway 30,
Hold it.
Thomaston.
Hold it. There you go. All right, flaps are set. Let's go full power. Oil pressure's checked. Rotate. Come on up. Now lower the nose to get DMMS as soon as you can. Now as soon as you get DMMS, flaps up. DMMS.
Yep. Right DMS.
Good. Nose up a little bit. There you go. Fuel boost pump off. Oh, look at what you're doing. There you go. Make sure you get the right switch before you flick a switch. A little bit of right rudder and left aileron. During a climb, you always want a little tiny bit of right rudder. There you go. All right, clear left and start a left-hand turn. Okay.
Thomas traffic shot 964 Alpine uniform, final runway 30 Thomas.
Master traffic,
All right, level off at 1800. You're going to go pitch, power, trim. Adjust the pitch for 1800. Pull some power back and then trim away the pressure. Pitch, power, trim.
Okay, pitch.
Yep, lower the nose.
Down to 18. I did that too late.
Yep, now you set
Okay,
power
pitch,
back.
power.
And you can set like 2200 or something like that. There's power.
Okay, power set. Trim, I feel okay about trim right now.
Okay. All right, now do your after takeoff and your before landing.
Have to take off fuel pump.
Fuel pump off,
Fuel pump off, flaps up. Oil pressure check. Landing lights off. Before landing, landing lights on. Mixture best power.
Alright.
Landing lights on. Mixture best power.
Alright.
Full rich. Fuel pump on.
Alright.
Holding 1800, still on DMS.
Yep.
Carb heat as required. Fuel full as tank. Flaps as required.
Alright, you go notch your flaps, nose down, and start your turn. Left hand turn. Now put your hand on the throttle. You're flying around with your hand on your kneecap all the time. This is your flying